Kidmissing TV. This is the beginning of Murderous March. If you saw our preview, you have some idea of what cases we'll be covering. Murderous March means that all of these cases are unsolved murders, including the 2 does that we have for you this month. We only have one update because it's a doozy. That's where we're going to get started. The Opelika Jane Doe has been identified. I will put her case up here. Her remains were found in the woods behind a trailer park in 2012. Her name was Amore Wiggins. Her father, if convicted, will face life imprisonment. His wife, Ruth, will face up to 10 years in prison. Actually, he'll face up to life imprisonment without parole or the death penalty in Alabama for the murder of his daughter. While I'm not a death penalty advocate, you murdered your daughter. The mother, the stepmother, is in trouble for failure to report a missing child. And why would she have reported the child? She knew her husband killed the child. She should be charged with murder, but anyway. Again, this little girl's name was Amore Jovea Wiggins. Her father, her evil father's name was Lamar Vickerstaff, and her stepmother was Ruth Vickerstaff. Police are not saying whether Amari was the little girl with the bad eye in the pictures from the VBS. I think she probably was. Otherwise, they would have come out and said, no, that wasn't her. Do you know what I mean? So I do believe that it was her. That's my opinion. She was 5 years old. Who kills their 5-year-old child? It just, she had her mother's last name. Her father had been given custody of her, and her mother had tried to visit her. Her mother had absolutely no idea. What had happened to her daughter? This little girl was malnourished. Again, the deformity in her eye. The chances of that being any other child with the same deformity is remote at best. It could be natural or the result of injury or abuse. Again, the VBS sighting, they're not saying, but it's believed by everyone to be her, even though the police aren't saying for sure. She was described as 4 to 5 years old, which would have been right. It would have been right before she died. The teacher said she was slightly unkempt, was not very clean. She had trouble communicating with other children and was quiet and stayed to herself. Unfortunately, the teacher did not remember her name, and the church did not formally register children, so there were no records. And the church was located 10 minutes from where her remains were found. Yeah, it was her. Sorry. I I do believe that. Othram Labs use advanced DNA testing and genetic genealogy to find her. In January of last year, her remains were sent to Othram in the Woodlands, Texas. A DNA extract from the remains was used to build a comprehensive genealogical profile, which was uploaded to a database, and the police department retained Barbara Ray Venter, known for helping police agencies identify the Golden State Killer, to produce the leads that ultimately identified her. Barbara Ray has been a part of quite a number of cases. She was actually part of the Boy in the Box case, but she had to hand it over because she was so busy to another more than qualified lady who did identify him. In January of 2023, Othram confirmed that Opelika Jane Doe had been identified as Amore. And her father, 50-year-old Lamar, was identified in October of 2022 as her father. They actually found him in the Navy. The stepmother, who'd been married to him since 2006, said she didn't know who his kid was or who her mother was. That is the biggest bunch of capital B, capital S I've heard in a very long time. Ray Venter identified the biological mother to be Sherry Wiggins, who resided in Maryland in December 2022, age 37. She confirmed she was the biological mother. Wiggins was a native of Norfolk and provided documentation showing that the vicar staffs obtained legal and physical custody of her daughter in 2009. At that time, her visitation with Amore was suspended. She also provided documents showing she had continuously paid child support since 2009. I think whatever she paid from 2011 up until she was identified should all go back to her. On January 17, 2023, the vicar staffs were arrested in Jacksonville, Florida. And again, they were charged with felony murder and failure to report a missing child. It's truly, truly upsetting. You deny knowledge of your husband's child that you had in your custody, according to court papers, since 3 years after you were married. I'm sorry, but I know of people who got together after their kids were older and still knew about each other's children. It's absurd, guys. Let me know in the comments what you think. It's infuriating. But that's why there's only one update, because it was so big. Thank you for joining me. Like I said, let me know in the comments what you think. Are you as infuriated as I am at that woman? Do you think she should be charged with homicide along with her husband? I do. Let me know what you think. God bless you. And I just take heart in knowing this baby's in the arms of Jesus. Have a wonderful rest of your day. I will see you in the next video for Murderous March. God bless you. Please click subscribe if you haven't already. Click the bell for notifications that you can customize. Click like, comment, all that good stuff. Bye, guys.